Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Gisela Mann's PhD Top Tips, and this is tip number 6, which is Parkinson's Law. Now, this is something that Northcote Parkinson, who was also a civil servant, wrote in The Economist in 1955. And he said that work expands to the time allowed for it. So basically, if you've got a year of 6 days a week, it will take you a year of 6 days a week to write your PhD. If you've got a year of weekends, it will take you a year of weekends. I suspect if you only had 6 months of weekends, you could probably just about still get it written. If you tried to write it in a week, you'd probably need 6 months off. So there is a sweet spot there. But the thing about it is the unnecessary and trivial tasks that we do just because we have time. And the shorter the deadline, the less of the trivial and unnecessary tasks you will do. So this is particularly important for perfectionists or people who procrastinate by... I don't probably think there is not a PhD researcher alive who just needs to read one more article or one more book, or there's just something else you need to read, and it really never ends. There is always one more book, one more article. Sometimes there are very legitimate reasons. You find just towards the end that there's a key stream of literature that you didn't realise existed, and that happened to me. A very important seam of literature around mundane consumption came up, which wasn't a concept I'd thought of, and I did need to include that. So that needed, trips to the British Library to find out all I could about that and get it in. But even then, you don't have to read the whole book. You don't have to read the whole article. You can skim read, get to the conclusion, pick out the most important bits. And this was the thing I found the hardest, I must say, because I really enjoyed the process of researching. I really loved my subject. It was always tempting to read another article and just keep going with that. But really, that's the key to reducing the time necessary to write the thesis, is by removing the unnecessary and trivial tasks, like, some admin tasks and things that you may not need to do. If you do need to do them, then you do them. But I think the biggest thief of time is probably that extra article that you have to read, really. And it's about quality and not quantity. So, go for quality articles. Get into the habit of having a real critical eye about what you read. And it's not about working so fast that you reduce the quality. It's you want a thesis that is rigorous and a real precision document. So there's a sweet spot between working too fast and the quality suffering. But basically, I've noticed this now with every kind of task I have to do. The amount of time you have available does introduce delays, procrastination, whereas it really sharpens your mind if you know you're on a tight deadline, where you focus in on the absolute key points you have to make and key documents you have to use. And as a result, it does focus your mind and make the work much more on point and logical and less waffly. So there we go. Parkinson's Law, 1955. Work expands to the time you have available to fill it. So don't need to read that nth article. Be honest with yourself. Do I really need to read this, or can I start writing with the information I've already got? So there we go. Hit subscribe, hit like, put your comments below, and I will answer any questions that you have. So thank you very much.